Hi guys, I am Crystal Sky and we're here with day 13. Wow, we've gotten to day 13. That's crazy. We're using a YouTube tutorial today by Debbie Arts. My iPad's dying, don't just ignore it. It's how to draw a color messy bun hair. I really like this tutorial. So, my supplies today are going to be this big pad that I've been using for everything. I'm actually going to run out of paper soon, so this might change. I'm using my Alice in Wonderland limited edition Kurotoga, my big eraser, and Micron. So let's just jump into it. And I'll probably be using markers to color it. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. My markers have been dying lately, so we'll see if I have the colors I wanted to use. Alright, let's get into it, shall we? So, another day, another voice narration. I actually had to move the Legend of Zelda box out of the way because I had just finished doing the speed paint, that one. So, I did speed up the footage. It's 150%, but it didn't take me very long to just sketch this out. And I didn't color it, even though the tutorial did. For some reason, I can't find my Prismacolors. I have a whole big set of Prismacolors, and I can't for the life of me find them. I erased a lot. As you can see, that is not where the eye socket is supposed to go, or anything else. So, actually, at the very end, I moved the eye socket. I also moved the ear. So that's a thing. I'm like, what's wrong with this picture? And I keep, like, doing it, like, staring at it and moving my hand, and I just do this a lot, where I get something wrong and I'm like, what's wrong with it? That whole face. There we go. All gone. I also thought it was not out far enough, so I made it out further, which I think made it look better. But yeah, this is pretty challenging for me. It's the first time I've ever drawn someone in this type of pose. I normally draw people from the front or from the side statically almost, and the motion she has in this tutorial is, there's a lot of motion in this picture, so. I also had a little trouble with I should have pulled the lead out a little bit more, clicked my pen a little bit. I had a lot of trouble with shading. If you can see, the shading is very staticky and very strange looking. So I definitely should have pulled the lead out more, and I didn't. I moved that ear, don't worry. I barely moved the hair strand though, so yeah, that's still in the wrong spot. It's anatomy is really been challenging for me lately. I took a little break. I'd say like 2 or 3 days break, and it's like I lost all of the abilities that I've been learning. And so I have to go back in and redraw stuff. Definitely. A lot. I also changed the headband that she has around the bun because I don't really like flower headbands, to be honest with you. And that headband is actually made of beads. It looks exactly like one that I had when I was a kid. So I did a lot of ballet when I was a kid. I took ballet classes and I did ballet on stage and stuff like that. So buns, for me, that's what it means, and that's one of the hair pieces I had when I was in ballet. So that's what I decided to use. The ear is definitely in the wrong place. I'm starting to really see it. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, even though all of the pauses are sped up, it's still, like, think about how major a pause that is. Even though the footage is sped up, it's still a good amount of chunk, or a good chunk of the footage is just me staring at it going, what's wrong with this picture? So yeah, I really like the way she drew it, and that's why I wanted to take the tutorial. I don't take tutorials before I do them on the channel, so I just watch a bit of them, and if it's easy to understand or I think I can do it, I add it to the list of stuff to do for 30 Days of Art. And she doesn't speak at all in her tutorial, and I think that's one of the things that really threw me off. I like when I have vocal instructions. So it's coming to an end here of my voice tutorial sped up footage, and I don't know, the hairline is off. I had a lot of trouble with this tutorial, honestly, and tomorrow's I have a lot of trouble with as well. Alright guys, I know I didn't decide to color it, mainly because I was having so much trouble and I didn't want to add anything else to it. But The tutorial's great. Go check it out. There is no voice. It's all music, so it's a little hard to follow for me, who I like to very much listen to what I'm learning. But I think it turned out pretty good. You know, I could probably do more shading and stuff, and that's pretty basic. It turned out to be what I wanted it to be. And this is the first time I've ever drawn a person in from this particular angle. So I think I did pretty good for first time drawing someone from this particular angle. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for more 30 Days of Learning. I'm also going to be having a link art speed thing up, speed paint up. It's traditional, so it's much better than the previous speed paints that I've done. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!